Now, the former Spanish Man United and Barcelona legend Gerard Piqué was in our studio yesterday on Drive, and he explained what made Rio Ferdinand so special.
For me, when I arrived there, he was the guy to really see what he's doing, to learn from him. He gave a lot of advice at that time that was very good for me. I consider him also. Some people, they say John Terry. For me, Rio was the best of all time in the Premier League, at least from what I saw. Because sometimes what happened off the pitch seems that people consider you a little bit less because you have different interests outside of the pitch, etc. And Rio is this style of guy like I am in Spain. But then on the pitch, he was like incredible. He performed always at a very high level and was a great example.
I think that question came about on the back of you asking him, actually, who he thought was the best, because you then said, because I think it's Rio Ferdinand, and he agreed with you. Listen, there's so many great players. You mentioned Rio Ferdinand, John Terry's in there, Sol Campbell's another one. You go all the way to the modern day with Virgil van Dijk. There's so many to choose from. What is it that Rio has, do you think, that all the other players I've mentioned and then some don't?
Well, for me, playing against Rio, it was just one of those where you didn't know what to do against him, because if you wanted to fight him, he was strong enough. You want to outrun him, he was quick enough. You think, you know what, get crosses in, he was good in the air. But not only that as well, he was so comfortable in possession. So you'd roll him the ball, he'd almost wait for you to get a yard away and then just pop it round you, pop, and you you almost feel to yourself as a centre forward, why did I bother even going trying to press him? Because he was just, honestly, he was unbelievable, and he was actually quite funny on the pitch as well, Rio. A couple of times, he talked to me during the pitch, he was a funny guy, but he was, I always said it before, he was brilliant with me when I first got in the England squad, kind of made me feel part of the squad.
That's nice.
But yeah, he had the lot, and there's times where some defenders would go up in the air, and some defenders would just head it away. He'd drop back, bring it down on his chest, and you go, oh. And
is
just
that taught?
Yeah, but it's natural ability as well.
Okay.
And fair, listen, John Terry was the same. Like, at times, he maybe doesn't get the credit he deserves, because when you think about the way that JT played, he wasn't blessed with pace. My goodness, could he pass a footballer with both feet? That's probably one thing he had over Rio.
Yeah.
I remember playing against JT, he'd get on his right foot and go, boom, switch. He'd go, right, I'll stand on his right foot and show him on his left. He'd get on his left and go, boom.
Yeah.
And you go, wow.
I was also told with John Terry by someone, I think either played with him or against him, that because he had that lack of pace, he would always drop. You'd never be able to get past him.
There was times you could get behind him, but what he was good at again was one of those organisation. And I said he was a good talker, like Rio was a good talker. The best talker was Carragher. And I'm talking about non-stop. So JT began to Ashley Cole, get here. He's other centre half, Carvalho, get here. SEN or whoever it was, Makaleli, get on my toes. Like, he was constantly talking. Matic, get back here. Always talking. So it was very rare that he caught him 1v1 because he always had bodies around him.
Do you think he was very lucky that he played against one of the best centre-halves we've seen for a long, long time in world football, Marcel Desailly?
Yeah.
Do you think that he would have learned that from it? How important is a young player coming through to be able to play your game next to someone that's been there, done it and seen it?
100%, because you talk about a World Cup winner in Marcel Desailly, fantastic, could play midfield and centre-half. But as you said there, to learn off him and get that footballing education, you can't teach that. Yeah. And again, that goes back to the whole Pep argument with Phil Foden, when every single person was screaming, he needs to go out and play men's football, he needs to go out on loan. Pep was like, well, hold on, he's footballing education. David Silva, De Bruyne was there at the time, Bernardo Silva, Aguero. What's better, him going out and just playing or learning off these guys every single day?
Yeah, I agree with you. Interesting stuff. Staying with interesting stuff, a little bit of breaking news this evening. You can give me your view on this, Benny, although I don't know what you can say. Premier League have referred Leicester to an independent commission for an alleged breach of profit and sustainability rules. Leicester have released a club statement responding to the news, and it says the club is extremely disappointed that the Premier League has chosen to charge Leicester Football Club now, despite the club's efforts to engage constructively with the Premier League in relation to the matters that are the subject of this charge, even though Leicester City is not currently a Premier League club. Well, I mean, it seems like every single week now another club is being looked at for breaking or breaching these profit and sustainability rules.
So what happens? They get promoted and start with a deficit?
I couldn't answer that question.
Obviously, they can't get done because they're not in the Premier League.
Well, I tell you what we do. Because we're talkSPORT and we react to breaking news like that, talkSPORT's chief football correspondent, Alex Crook, will be back alongside us.
Really?
To keep us up to date. Yeah. Look, we paid him £4 for the day. Let's get our money's worth. Alex Crook will be alongside us to tell us exactly what that means or could mean to Leicester City.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.